Let us see how do you calculate the value of various fractions when you have certain square roots in the denominator. Given square root 3 is equal to 1.732 and square root 5 is equal to 2.236, find the value of the following up to 2. The word decimal seems to be missing from here. Decimal places. Okay, so you are given 4 divided by root 3. Now, one of the methods that you can follow is you can simply divide this 4 by root 3, or 4 divided by, what's the value of root 3? 1.732, right? Since there are 3 points after decimal, so we put in a point here and put in 3 zeros here. But if we start doing this is going to be very cumbersome, long drawn, and uncertain in terms of the correctness of the answer. So in such cases, what we try to do is we try to remove these square roots from the divisor. Okay, and once you have removed it from the divisor, then you kind of try to substitute the value of these numbers into whatever is left and solve the given problem. So let us see how we do it. If you would have seen the previous video, I told you how can you remove the square root from the denominator when it is the only thing. So what we do is 4 divided by root 3 into root 3 upon root 3. Now root 3 upon root 3 is basically 1, and if we multiply this equation or this number or this value by 1, the results remain unchanged, right? So we can also write this as now 4 into root 3 divided by root 3 into root 3, or otherwise you can write this as root 3 square. Now root 3 square is basically what? That is equal to 3, and 4 into root 3, 4 into, now here we can substitute the value of 1.732 here. Now if you would have noticed, instead of division of 4000 by 1732, which would have been cumbersome, by smartly substituting or multiplying it by root 3 upon root 3, what we have achieved is we've converted this into an equation where we just need to do a multiplication and a simple division. So let's do the multiplication. 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 2, 1 carry, 4 times 7 is 28 plus 1, 29, 2 carry, then there's a decimal point, so we put in this 4 times 1, 4 plus 2, 6, 6.928 upon 3, right? And we can easily now divide this number by 3. So what happens if we divide 6.9328 by 3? 3 goes into 6 2 times, 2, then we put in the decimal. 9 divided by 3 is 3, 2 divided by 3 can't go, so we put in a 0. 28 divided by 3 gives us 9. It's actually 27, one remainder, but we are not going any further because we have to find the value only up to 2 decimal places. Here it is 3 decimal places, so we can do just the round off, so we'll get 2.31 as the answer. Now this answer you could have also got by dividing 4.000 by 1.732, but the problem would have been, the calculations would have been much more difficult, right? Similarly, you can solve 7 upon root 5. I'm just leaving this for you. I'm not solving it. You can just apply the similar methodology to reach the answer. Now let's solve this particular one, which seems to be a little more complicated. So we've got 12 minus root 5 upon root 5. Again, to remove the denominator, what do? I multiply both of them by root 5. Okay, so this will give me 5 in the denominator. In the numerator, what do I get? Root 5 into 12 is 12 root 5 minus root 5 into root 5 is what? 5. Right? So 12 root 5. Now what's the value of 12 root 5? 12 into root 5, or 12 into root 5 we know is 2.236. So when you multiply this with this, you will get 26.832. So 26.832 minus 5 divided by 5, or 21.832 divided by 5. Right? Once you carry out the division, what will you get? You will get 4.366. Okay? Do the division for this by this. I'll just do it quickly. And because we need to round it off to 2 places, so we can write this as 4.37. That's the answer. Right? So the trick is simple. Remove the square root thing from the decimal denominator. The reason being that if you have these things in the denominator, division is much more difficult. Okay, once you remove this, do the multiplication applying these values, and then you can carry out the simple division. Right?